I just think it's heavy-handed and unnecessary.
Nothing I should actually face, no.
Cardiff, the capital city of Wales, has been used as a testing ground for one of the biggest live facial recognition surveillance operations in the democratic world. This weekend, the city is preparing for one of the busiest days of the year as Wales takes on England for a Six Nations showdown. Meanwhile, South Wales Police is wiring up the entire city centre with semi-permanent CCTV cameras that will capture almost every person's face as they enter, using live facial recognition technology in what the police describe as a zone of safety. So we've just got off the train at Cardiff Central, walking through up towards the Principality Stadium, and we saw police putting up signs to warn people live facial recognition is going up all around Cardiff city centre today. Live facial recognition is usually deployed on the back of vans, scanning people walking down the street. But this time, South Wales Police have put it on the top of loads of lampposts, cameras all around the city centre, meaning that everyone in Cardiff city centre today is going to get scanned by these cameras and their face checked against the watch list. We've just come down to the edge of the zone of safety put up by South Wales Police, seeing cameras all over the city centre. We're down near a bridge that leads to the Principality Stadium, something loads of people are going to have to walk over to get to the game. And cameras are all over this bridge, meaning everyone who walks across it is going to get scanned. The cameras are up here, they're on top of these lampposts. They're not easy to spot unless you're looking for them. For those people aren't even going to notice that their faces are scanned by these cameras as they're crossing this bridge over here. Most of them wouldn't be happy to give their ID or give their fingerprints to the police to be checked against a watch list just to get to the game. That's what's happening here. The face scans are exactly the same as an ID check or a fingerprint. They're just done from a camera rather than in person by the police. So looking here at the map of the facial recognition zone that the police have put up around Cardiff city centre, you can see it covers a massive area. Loads of bars, loads of shops, loads of people are going to go through this, whether they're going to the game or just join the city centre. So we're back here at the moment, we're just walking along the river, just past the stadium, up to the bridge at the top near the park here. We're going to see how many cameras are up at this end as well. So we've just got to a bridge leading back into Cardiff city centre and back into the facial recognition zone put up by South Wales Police. On this bridge, we've seen yet another camera. It's going to be scanning loads of people who are entering the city centre today. The camera is just up here on a lamppost, kind of hidden. Again, it's really difficult to see. If you come in real close, you can just see the police colours, the yellow and blue, up on that lamppost over there. I caught up with former Welsh police officer, Police and Crime Commissioner for North Wales, Alfon Jones.
I served as a police officer with North Wales Police from 1978 to 2008, and in 2016 I was elected Police and Crime Commissioner. In my opinion, facial recognition is disproportionate to any threat they're trying to address.
The last time South Wales Police deployed this technology, they scanned 200,000 faces and only made 2 arrests. Why do you think they continue to pour millions of pounds of public money into increasing the capability of this technology while only producing poor crime results?
Well, I remember Jeremy Vaughan, the Chief Constable, saying that he thought that facial recognition was a game changer in policing. But those stats speak for themselves, and it's 200,000 people scanned, and he got 2 arrests. You know, South Wales Police should focus on making the stadium as safe as possible and, you know, not wasting money on this floor technology. These cameras, these fixed cameras, semi-permanent, I don't believe that for a minute. They're going to be, you know, they're going to be permanent. And they're going to be on 24/7. And they're going to be scanning everybody. There's Cardiff Central Railway Station, it will cover the bus station. Anybody who, you know, goes to Cardiff, they will have their faces scanned. And I think that is a gross breach of human rights and people's privacy.
We've just been walking around Cardiff city centre. We're near Cardiff Castle, and we've seen 2 of the vans the police are using to stream the camera feeds to analyse them for facial recognition. So we've got cameras onto a lamppost all around the city centre, and what we're seeing is being beamed from those cameras to the receivers and the routers on the top of this van, which is where the AI is processing the video feeds. We've just come a couple of hundred metres up the road from the vans we saw receiving the facial recognition feeds. So despite us seeing 1, 2, 3 live facial recognition cameras, we're only seeing a few small signs dotted around. They'd be really easy to miss if you weren't paying attention, and most people aren't looking for signs about facial recognition when they're going to the rugby. We've seen the police, we've seen the cameras, we've seen absolutely no violence. It's such a good-natured day. I have no idea why they're justifying this level of surveillance, to be honest. So do you want to tell us why you're in the city centre today, sir?
Okay, I'm here as part of a group to talk about insurance and rugby. Howden's one of the biggest insurers of fossil fuel industry in Britain. and they also insure Welsh rugby and English rugby and the British Lions.
What do you think about the police using live facial recognition to scan everyone in Cardiff city centre today?
I think it's incredibly serious and incredibly sinister. I don't think it should be used at all. I think we should do... there must be other ways of managing a situation. I think this is incredibly sinister and heavy-handed. Look at our history. If we look at the civil movements, when governments are scared, then they clamp down heavily, and this is part of that, trying to get more information about peaceful people doing peaceful things. It's a very scary time, and I'm grateful to you guys for doing this.
We've come back down to Cardiff Central Station after walking around the zone of live facial recognition. We're seeing people streaming in to come and watch the game. We're going to chat to some rugby fans, some members of the public, see what they think about the police using live facial recognition in their city centre.
I think it's a little bit over the top.
Yeah.
I mean, they should know the criminals from the everyday people at the end of the day, and I just think it's a bit unnecessary and a bit state hanging over us, really.
Well, I don't think it can ever be justified, unless you're in a totalitarian state, which we're apparently not.
I don't think they should have your face, no.
Pardon?
I don't think they should have your face.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Good idea, you think?
Yeah, it's a good idea, mate.
Why's that?
What, have you got anything to hide?
Then what's your phone password? Got nothing to hide?
What are you, brother?
It's a good question.
It's a good question.
We're in the heart of Cardiff, surrounded by rugby fans. And most people here are telling us they do not want facial recognition in their city. They're concerned it's an invasion of privacy, it's an unjustified overreach by the police.
I want to talk to Mr. Wales.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We're here talking about facial recognition cameras. They're scanning everyone from the top of these lampposts too.
Right.
We're a bit concerned it's an invasion of privacy. What do you think?
I agree with you. Sadly, we live in a surveillance society these days, though, don't we?
There's just too much protection going on these days.
Yeah.
It's all corrupt in my eyes. So, as ever, it's always been our way, but hey, what can you do in it?
I haven't signed a contract or anything to say that they can take my identity.
Yeah.
So it is a bit of an invasion of privacy.
Part of facial recognition, or just hanging around?
Yeah, it's working.
Yeah, is it working?
Yeah.
Any arrests? No trouble?
No trouble at all.
Seems quite calm. That's great.
It's rugby, it's always very good.
Yeah.
Very rarely get any problems. So yeah, happy.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
You just had a quick chat with some of the police who are part of the deployment here. They told us there's been no arrests, no trouble, and the rugby's normally fine. It really raises a question about why they can justify deploying this surveillance tech against all these innocent rugby fans. This South Wales police deployment is supposed to be part of a trial backed by the Home Office. But we're really concerned that if they think it goes well, if they think it's a success, they're going to roll out facial recognition cameras on lampposts all across the UK, in London, in Cardiff and in other cities as well. Across Cardiff city centre, we've seen at least 8 sets of facial recognition cameras. We've seen 4 different vans receiving the live video feeds, but we've seen no trouble, we've seen no arrests. We're talking legal action in London to try and challenge police use of it. Please like, please subscribe, please follow our work and support us to help us stop this authoritarian surveillance going any further.